Yo, what's going on, G Squad? My name is Greg Clunis, and if you like these types of videos, I mean videos about productivity, weight loss, nutrition, everything. If you like videos, if you like my face, you should consider subscribing, because if you do, you're not gonna miss any of it, and your life will get a little bit better each day. With all of that said, today I want to talk about losing those extra pounds. More specifically, I want to talk about losing the last few pounds. You know what I'm talking about. You've been hitting the gym for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, consistently. So beast, you are looking like a god, except in that tummy area, or those legs, or the cheeks. You're not quite there yet. The fat is just still there for some reason. Everywhere else looks amazing, but that one little spot just won't go away. Trust me, I've experienced this as well. My shoulders looks awesome. My tummy, not so much. Why do you think I shoot from up here? Now you know. YouTube pro tip. With that said, how do we get rid of it? Well, I just admitted that I have no idea. I still have it. I'm not an expert in this. I'm not a fitness guy. I'm not a trainer. I'm none of the things required to be qualified to shoot this video. But I can share with you the things I'm starting to focus more on that I have started to notice a little difference in. You know, the areas that I think we could all think about just a little bit more in order to get those last couple pounds off, that stomach fat off, those cheeks off. The areas we want to improve the most, I think if we can just make these 4 changes, 4 tiny little changes, it'll help us out. So what are these changes? Let me stop stalling. Number 1, you're gonna want to cut out sugar. Now, you don't have to cut out it entirely. To be completely honest with you, that's nearly impossible. Sugar is such a main piece of the American diet. Like, it's disgusting how much we use, how much we consume every single year. You are fit, you are going to the gym, you are working out, you're eating better. So you're probably eating less sugar than the average American, but I'm willing to bet that if you really audit, if you really look at your diet, you're still consuming just a little bit too much. Just a little bit too much, just, you know, in that candy bar, or the milk chocolate Reese's goodness, amazing tasting things, or ice cream, or just a little bit of cake on your niece's birthday. You know, if you look at where the sugar is coming from, I can almost promise you that if you have that little bit of a gut, it's probably related to sugar in some way. So try to audit your life, try to audit your diet, try to really give a fair, balanced audit of what you are consuming on a day-to-day basis, on a week-to-week basis, on a month-to-month basis, and you should be able to cut out just a little bit more. And I think that'll help a lot. It's something I've been personally trying to do. Like I said, it's tough. I love cake. I don't know what to do about it. Cake is delicious. It is amazing. It's one of the best things we've ever invented as humans. But unfortunately, if I aspire to have the body I want to aspire, which is that of a Greek god, I gotta cut it out. And so I'm slowly working towards that. Number 2. For number 2, you're gonna wanna watch your carb intake. Now, this is very specific to me. So, you know, audit your own diet, figure out how your body responds to things, and you may be able to get away with more carbs than I can. One thing I noticed though, is that when I really truly look at my diet, even though I eat healthy, I eat 99% healthy things, I'm still consuming a ton of carbs. Like rice, potatoes, other carbs, fruit, cake, as I mentioned. Is cake a carb? I guess. No, it's basically just sugar with sugar on top, icing sugar. Anyway, the point is, audit your carb consumption, because that's gonna do an enormous amount to help you get that tiny little bit of weight gone, that last 5 to 10 pounds. It's making you look less like what you want to look like. If you can just cut out a tiny bit more of your carbs, maybe eat a little bit less fruit, even though fruits are actually pretty good. Don't cut out the fruit. Maybe eat a little bit less bread or pasta. You know, I have pasta maybe once a week, and that's after cutting it out, because it's such an easy dinner to get home and just make, and it's delicious. Let's not kid ourselves. A little bit of pasta with some butter and my point is, you gotta cut that stuff out if you wanna look your best. Now, that's the important part. Your goal matters. Your goal is important in this equation. Maybe where you are is exactly where you should be. Maybe where you are is perfectly healthy and you get to enjoy some of the foods that you love. That's perfectly fine. But if you want to look like you just showed up and got hired at Baywatch, you might have to cut back a little bit on the carbs. Number three is all about those weights. One of the things I noticed worked extremely well for me is when I really started to just embrace weightlifting and powerlifting and just pushing myself at the gym every single week, like just going harder every single time I'm there. And when I say week, I mean multiple times a week. Obviously, I go to the gym more than once. Can't you tell by these guns? Okay, that was weird. Let's forget that happened. Let's put that over here, just in this box right here, just off screen. Let's forget about it. You need to be at the gym, as you've been doing. In all fairness, you've been at the gym. That's awesome. That's why you are where you are right now. If you're not prioritizing weights, you're gonna have to start prioritizing weights. And if you are prioritizing weights, you need to push yourself harder, meaning go up in weight more often. One of the things that worked incredibly well for me is going up 5 pounds on my workouts every single time I'm there. 5 pounds every single time I'm there. Because it forces me to struggle, forces me to deal with pain, forces me to build. Like my muscles have to be broken down because I'm always going up in weight. And what the weight you're at right now doesn't get easy until you deal with something difficult. So, that is the third tip. You should be going up in the weight room as much as you can. And if you're not currently prioritizing weight and you got the body you have through just cardio, that's phenomenal. But I highly recommend, at least what worked for me, is to get some plates on a bar and start picking stuff up and putting it down. Number four is kind of a curveball for you. You gotta be kind to yourself. I talk about this all the time on the channel in so many videos, but that's because it's so incredibly important. You've got to be kind. You've got to let go of the vision you have in your head and who you're comparing yourself to versus what you currently have. And this is more a message for me than anyone else. Like, if no one watches this video, I need to rewatch it every single day. Get those views up, you know what I'm saying? I have no friends. You've got to be kind to yourself. You've got to be okay with where you're at. You've got to recognize where you came from. You've got to be happy with the growth you've gained because you've come a long way. You're watching this video because you've come a long way. I don't know where you started and I don't know where you are right now, but I do know that you've made progress, and that is something to be proud of. Not enough people are proud of their progress. Be proud of your progress. That is so incredibly important. That is a message I cannot stop hammering home. Be proud of your progress, be kind to yourself, and keep yourself motivated to keep moving forward. Never stop, never be settled, never be happy necessarily, but be kind, be accepting, be understanding, and enjoy where you currently are, while simultaneously reaching as far as you can possibly go. Because that's the game. That is life, baby. We are human beings, and our job, our number one job, is to keep moving forward. So, do not quit. Keep moving forward. You can get that body you're looking for. Maybe not the exact copy of the photo that you've been looking at, because your genetics are gonna be a big factor, but you can get what you want. And you do that by continuing to push, by continuing to hammer it home, by continuing to be the awesome human being that you were born to be. The Greek god or goddess that you were meant to become is right there. Just cut back on the sugar, cut back on the carbs, continue to hit the gym, but prioritize weightlifting and be kind to yourself. And so with that, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I just did a dope rant that I'm sure has got you bubbling with motivation. You probably want to go hit the gym right now, go run 7 miles. So hit subscribe, Leave a comment below. Let me know, where are you in your weight loss journey? Are you at that last 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds? Are you struggling to get it off? How long have you been struggling? Let me know in the comments what you've been doing to get things going. I'd love to share my own story with you. I hope you will be willing to share your story with me in the comments below. And until the next one, I'll see you soon.